Hey y'all, hey. Oh my god, this is another Truth Carpet episode. We are now I feel like Moni. I can't believe we're on season 7.
Period.
But this is our second episode of this season. And if you listen to the last episode, things are going completely different because this is a Sweet 223 poetry podcast episode. It's not 100% poetry, but that's what our main focus is. And we wanted to start this podcast season episode 223 ching off right with recalling one of our favorite poets, Naddi. So if you're looking at the screen, yes, we have a man on our podcast today. This is Nadir. He's such a great poet. We
Hey,
couldn't kick this off without having him. So y'all say hi to Naddi. Naddi, say hi to our guests. They're
hey
watching
everybody.
you.
Hey, I Samo.
What
Hey, we're
up?
so
Welcome
happy.
back.
Long time no
Yes,
see.
welcome back to our podcast. We're so happy to have you on. But before we get into our poetry, we're going to check in. So, Moni, what have you been up to? How are you feeling today? You looking all good and stuff with your lip gloss.
Popping.
Gloss is popping. My lip gloss is
It's
cool. I was
cool.
like, I get it. Maybe I just y'all, I'm struggling with this lock journey. Not gonna hold you. If you go to the last episode, they were all nice and juicy and bouncing. Now it's growing out, and I don't know what's coming out of my head right now. Mind you, I'm trying to embrace the journey, and my cousin said, I went all the way to Dallas to have her start my locks. She said, don't touch them. She's going to retouch them up in June. I said, I can't touch my hair till June.
It's a long time.
It's a long time. I even bought the clips just in case. I said, I feel like I got to give myself a little retwist because the way that Joy is doing whatever she wants in this, whatever phase, this beginning phase of the locks, I'm just like, I don't know what to do. But I'm not gonna touch it. I'm gonna respect what she said, and I'm gonna just let it do what it do. But I've been getting a lot of compliments on it. You know, people saying they like it. I actually went to an event yesterday.
How was it?
I think it was Locknificent. I think that's the name of it, or Lock Nation, something like that. But it was nice, you know, to get compliments on my locks for other people that had locks. You know what I'm saying? Getting some advice on how to take care of my locks and embracing like the beginning part of my journey. So that was nice. It was also nice to actually go out by myself. I said that this year what I wanted to do is just start taking myself out more, whether that's, you know, going out to a bar or going to see a movie, taking myself to dinner, just things like that. Just trying to keep myself doing things, but not
Mm-hmm.
needing to rely on other people to do it, to have a good time. So I did
Yeah.
take myself out yesterday. I met a couple of people. I did a little bit of networking, you know, so that was fun. Only thing that I did not like about the experience, I was like, some people are really weird. I had a guy.
I'm sorry.
I had a guy that I don't know if he was trying to express interest or was just very awkward at starting conversation, but we end up getting on the topic of like, you know, do I have kids? And I said, no, not yet. And I told him I'm 36, and mind you, the man's 43. And he goes, you don't have kids at this age yet? If you don't have kids at this age, you might as well be dead.
Sir.
Excuse me? I said,
Wow.
first of all, how are you going to go based off of my age and what I'm trying to do to align with my life to tell me what my life should be looking like because I don't have kids yet? How are you asserting yourself, sir? You don't even know my name.
You don't know my name.
You don't even know my name. And you're trying to tell me the trajectory of what my life should be because I do not have kids yet?
Men
Where's the
have the audacity.
That's the clip right there. What the heck?
And then he tried to tell me, well, you don't need to be in a relationship to have kids.
Oh my God.
Why wouldn't you want to?
What is wrong with him?
I
And why
don't
did he kill you
know.
off?
And for the rest of the night, I'm trying to dodge this man. I'm like, I don't want to have any more conversations with you. I do not want to talk to you. He kept trying to find me. I ended up having to hide behind somebody else to not engage in conversation with this person. So I did have a nice buffer with another person to like, and eventually he left. But I was just like, how dare you? First of all, you don't know me and you decide to tell me what I should be doing with my life. Sir,
Yeah.
I'm in school right now. I'm focused on my doctorate. The last thing that I'm worried about right now, honestly, is having kids. And when I do have kids, my preference is to be married. But how dare you tell me that I don't even need to be in a relationship, that I should be dead if I don't have kids right now? I've never heard anybody tell me anything like that in my life, let alone somebody I just met.
Yeah.
You've been talking to me for 10 minutes. Fail. Fail. I see why you by yourself. Fail, sir. fail.
Oh my God. I think a lot of people are insensitive when they say things like that to women or when they're rushing them off. And men too. I understand. I did hear recently that men get those questions from family cookouts and all this stuff, like where the kids at and everything like that. But damn, that's a topic in itself. Oh God. I'm
In
sorry
this
that happened,
economy?
Moni.
I was just like, there's no possible way that you just said that to me right now. Are you serious? Like, it was one of those moments where like I had to like laugh in the moment to keep from like cussing this man out.
Yes.
That's not the type of energy I want for my evening. That is not why I came outside. I'm gonna go talk to somebody else.
Yeah. Oh my God. That's horrible.
That's terrible.
Very terrible. He needs to learn how social skills, conversation topics. He needs some prompts. Sir, don't go out without prompts.
Yeah. At this point, at this point in his life, 43, don't even know how to talk to a woman.
I
Hmm.
said that's why he's by himself.
Right.
But that's where I'm at right now.
Well, I'm glad you didn't let that phase you.
It
Yeah.
Cause
did.
what?
I actually had a great time. I had a great time, and I look forward to actually going out and having a lot more fun by myself.
Yeah. Good for you, Moni. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself.
Yeah. What's up with you? What's up with y'all? Yeah. You want to go next? Period. What's good?
I have been so work is stressful, working in the capacity that I do, but now I'm just focused on I'm going to do what I can in the time frame that I can. I'm not going to overwhelm myself. I'm not going to let work take over my life because I was always this person who is heavy on work life balance.
Mm,
Like, they say you're just a number, or if you die, you're just going to be replaced. That stuff is so true. Like, and it hit really heavy when one of my cousins told me that this very impactful, strong person at her job passed away, and they
mm.
didn't even before they even got a chance to grieve, they were bringing in another person 2 days later. So that was just proof and evident, like right in your face, that you're just a number. And I don't want my funeral, everyone at work saying she was so well. First of all, they ain't gonna be there. They gonna be like, I ain't going to New Jersey for no funeral. They probably don't even send flowers. They'll send my last paychecks and that's it. But like, I don't want my family to be like she was always focused on work. Or I remember a time where I was at a family engagement with my laptop, and then someone said, "Girl, put that away." Like, and that's when I realized I have to give my time and my energy to family, the people that love and care for me, not the people that's just I'm working to get them a paycheck and I just get a percentage of it. Like, so that's where I'm at now, just trying to weed that stress out. But I too have been pushing myself out. If you've been listening to the podcast, last year I kept saying, I need to socialize more. I need friends. Like, yes, I have friends, but my friends are in Texas and Atlanta and Chicago and New York and New Jersey. And New Jersey is big. So even though my friend is in Jersey, she lives an hour away. I can always drive an hour away because I'm tired after work. So it's a lot. So I have been hanging out. Yesterday I went to a Pilates class with a girl that she saw I had my own Pilates before me. She's like, we should take a class together. So I actually went out and I did that. That was really fun. And last weekend we had brunch together. We have this group called Kiss. That's our initials. So we all got together and had brunch, and that was such a great time. Not just like going out to turn up, but we all brought something to cook at one of our friends' house, sat
That's
down,
deep.
yeah, watched music on the TV, just had like a kickback, and it was really relaxing. You don't always have to go out and spend hundreds of dollars and get dressed and stuff. You could just wear your lounge wear, talk with your girls, and that was so like refreshing for me, and it gave me what you wouldn't even imagine, because I myself at that time last weekend was going through so much stress, and it was just that perfect timing. So I'm looking forward to going to some Broadway shows, maybe a concert. I'm still waiting for Beyonce to announce her tour.
Right.
um and just, yeah, and living life, not just like going to work and then napping on the weekends. That's dead for me. That's over for me. I want to enjoy my life and
Really.
get to the things that I've been talking about. So I do plan to skate. I've been saying that for a year now.
I was gonna ask you about that.
Yes, I actually mentioned it yesterday. Like, is it warm enough to skate outside yet? And it's not warm enough yet, but
Yes, it is. on a jacket and get to rolling, it is warm enough.
That's uncomfortable for me.
Kind of agree with Simone.
In the
Like
jacket.
we
Stop
did
making
have good weather last week. It was in the 80s.
Yeah. I mean, okay, let me stop using excuses. But this weekend it was cold. Yesterday was cold and it was wet.
Well, not in the rain. Don't go in the rain.
Yeah.
But you can also go to the rink.
But I have to get up at 10 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday, and yesterday I had plans. So I have to schedule it. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna schedule a skating class in May, and I'm going to have my hoodie on with my knee pads, my elbow pads in the garage and skate. And then the next time we record, I will have an update that
Matter
I
of fact,
skated.
record it and post it. You practice it. We want to see the progress. We want to see the
Can
proof.
tag us. Please tag us.
I look so bad when I skate backwards.
That's okay. Practice makes perfect. You're gonna keep
Okay,
practicing.
I'll record the falling down and everything.
We want to see the progress.
Okay, I will. Sounds like a plan. How about you, Naddi? What have you been up to? How are you feeling today?
Wow. I actually kind of want to piggyback off of both of you guys. I mean, Simone, I think that's inspirational to actually go out and do things by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's important as far as self love. I there's a couple movies coming out this summer that I really just like. I don't need to wait for anybody. I might as well just do that for myself. So I haven't done a lot of like things by myself, but I keep myself active. I mean, I'm in the gym and doing yoga. I've been getting back into cooking more.
Yes.
Taking care of myself mentally, emotionally, and just blocking out things that just isn't conducive to my highest good. As far as like the quality time, as far as friends, we have been setting up dates to do different things, not just the normal going out on the weekend and having drinks like that. Personally, I don't like drinking like that, and I like the fact that you mentioned like you're waiting to exhale moment like with your homegirls.
Yes, that's what we
I
called it
like
too.
that's the kind of enriching quality time experiences that I want to incorporate on my moments of being off. So I want to say like 2 months ago, my friends and I, we did a painting set. We just bought art supplies from Amazon, and just we all brought a bottle of Lamarga, and just played some music, and we all like painted something. And then we, at the end of the painting session, we explained like what our painting was about. So I'm more so those kind of down to earth, intimate moments and experiences. But yeah, I'm just being an adult, budgeting, staying in my own
Speak on it. Come on, budget. Shoot.
Yeah.
staying in my lane, and just avoiding things that isn't like conducive to having a good life. That's all.
Well, I
Absolutely.
love watching your stories, your gym stories, your yoga sessions, when you went hiking with your friends.
Oh my god, that was so much fun. Are y'all
Yeah.
hikers by any chance?
I have to schedule that too
Okay.
because I did let Molly know she does walks and some things with her coworkers. I was like, I want to go. Like, invite me to walk some bridges. I would love to do that.
Yeah.
Because that's something that I don't want to do by myself. Like, I will be the person to get lost in the trees, and I don't have cell phone service to call anyone. So I'm like, how do I get back to where I came from? But I do, like, I grew up hiking with my school. They would take us on hiking trips. And sadly, the last time I've gone hiking was when me and Moni jumped out the plane, and that was before COVID, I think.
I'm sorry,
So
y'all jumped out of a plane?
That was 2021.
I know. And I've been having people say that we'll go, and I've not gone. So I really want to.
Let's
Yes,
share
Nadi, we
it.
went skydiving.
Okay, all
Me
right,
and
thank
I.
you. I was about to say, can we just rewind for a second? How was that experience?
Man, it was amazing. I wouldn't do it again because I was scared. But yeah, it was something I'm happy I crossed off my bucket list. It was scary going up, honestly. Like in my head, I'm like, fuck, I need to go back down with this plane. I can't do this. But then the other side is like, you pay all this money. Look at Moni, she's calm. Look at this girl, she's calm. I'm like, but that plane did not look like it was this high. Like, are they sure that we in the right level right now? But once you jump, it was so beautiful. It was so like refreshing to do. We were not dressed appropriately. We had on cute shorts. It's very cold up there. Like it might be chill on the ground, but it's colder in the sky. And we went in October, so it was very cold. So I'm
Ooh.
like frigid coming down, but look at the views, and they were able to like turn and show you the view of New York and everything. It was such an
You did it in
amazing.
New York?
We did it in Jersey,
Oh, okay,
but
okay.
we got to see Jersey. I'm sure we saw PA, we saw New York, like everything, because you're so high up.
Yeah.
So it was such an amazing experience. And then we went hiking because we weren't far from this hiking trail. We went hiking. We got high up. We did a meditation while we were up there. Moni had to keep yelling at me because I was going too slow walking up the trail. But it was an amazing thing that I would love to hike. You know, it's so nice to go hiking.
Let's plan for a hike because I definitely got some new hiking boots that I need to break in that I need to use.
Okay.
So let's plan for a hike.
Yes, I
That
would love that.
experience sounds dope though. The skydiving to a height to a meditation,
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
priceless.
You got to plan that with your yogi friends.
I'm not sure. I'm like you. I don't think I can do that. I want to, but it still sounds extremely scary.
Yeah.
And once you do it, at least you're like, you know what? I did that.
Yeah.
I can cross that off. I did.
Whew.
What I would not recommend is, you know, they have the indoor skydiving things.
Oh yeah.
I thought I would do that first to plan for the skydiving, but I'm glad I didn't because I had a friend who experienced it and she said it was horrible. She was flip-flopping all over the place. She couldn't get steady. So I don't think it's not a fair comparison to actual skydiving.
Got you. That's understandable. Okay.
Yeah, but definitely continue those. You just gave me an idea. I'm sipping and painting with friends. That will be really fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
What? Listen, just hook your phone up to whatever Bluetooth speaker, open that bottle of wine, open a paint, and just go at it.
Do whatever
Yes.
you want. Create whatever you want. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
key. Add that to the list. Yeah,
Yes.
I'll add that to the list of get
And
together.
those videos, those skating videos, do that all the time. I mean, you know, I'll be in the gym like doing these inversions and headstands.
Yeah, I love
And
it.
yeah, like it's a part of like my yoga community. So I mean, if you have like a skater community, why not just
Mhm.
teach each other different tricks and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, y'all. I feel the pressure. I'm gonna do it.
Don't look
Yeah,
at it
that's
like
right.
pressure. Just look at it as an extracurricular experience.
Yeah, for sure. I
For
feel the
alcohol.
reassurance, not the pressure. The reminders. Thank y'all for that. I appreciate it.
Now we all got some things that we can look forward to, whether that's with friends or by ourselves.
Yes. Yes.
And with that, I think this is a beautiful transition into actually hearing some poetry from Naddi. You
Yeah,
ready?
I'm ready. I'm not ready.
Oh, man, I'm never ready. Okay.
It's okay. We ready for you.
Yes.
So I actually wrote this poem the same month that I published my first book. But I was like, yes, I have been writing a lot since my first book, and I'm so ready for that next chapter. Is like, I mean, and you guys are already published your second book. I'm pretty sure you guys are working on your third. But you know, like after you done with that chapter or that era, that arc of your life, and you moving on to something better, you learn how to like fine tune and organize. Like, okay, this is the direction that I want to go in. So like, I'm excited for it, and yeah, it's called Blossom.
I'm ready.
We get springtime. Okay.
I'm gonna mute myself.
Same.
I want us both to heal, and I mean that ownership kind of therapy. Hyperbolic time chamber vibes, recognizing that we're not good for each other before reconnection correction. We're still not good for each other. Disappointed I am, but that's from self-sabotaging, miscontrolling fantasy for manifesting, and I don't want to get on this roller coaster again. It may seem fun, but this amusing part doesn't fuel me, enthuse me, is given, been here, learned that, and it's too familiar, more like Stell or whatever, and at this point I'd rather walk alone. Take a chance on this quote unquote healing journey everybody speaks of. After the countless heartbreaks, whether I bleed these wounds on or whether when you said fuck my ex because you saw the struggle that I overcame within my odds upon reconnection, but this right here no longer does it for me, baby boy. I'm sorry. Bro friend. You want me to call you bro friend, but we're not those friends anymore, bro. Let's be grown. Let's be heard and seen, and although you do not know how to communicate effectively, I am not accepting that reverse psychology of you never made time to see me. Let's stop. I call bullshit. Let's put those toxic tactics away. Our past may be messy, but our future is clean, and let's keep it that way. And if you can't, then I'll be accountable for the both of us this time. Let's acknowledge the change and the fact that I'm not dealing with no ghosting act. In fact, I don't even believe in that. So whoever and whatever had your attention, keep it there, please. Because like you said, I deserve more than a reoccurring act, right? Let's appreciate the growth, which began from tragic endings. We can blossom, but it doesn't mean that it has to be from the same garden. Believe me when I say it's not you, but it's us. Because right now, my red flag is desiring the attention and the affection from a man that doesn't see the value of my worth. But I refuse to plant myself in hands that are forever incapable of nourishing my earth. So peace and thank you.
Wait a minute. I had to take a before I even spoke because hold on. You had me locked in from the beginning. I need us both.
Me too.
I need us both to heal. Okay. Preach on, preach out. Hey, let me take a breather.
Oh my God. First of all,
If you see me waving my hand, I'm cooling my
Y'all is
computer
doing
down
too
because it's
much.
on
like
fire.
when you at church.
I'm cooling my computer down. It's on fire right now. I'm like the smoke. It's just me
Yo,
cooling it down.
thank you.
While
Thank you.
she's
Thank
cooling
you.
her laptop down, I probably sound speechless as heck to the listeners, but there's so many things that's going through my mind. The message was so, it's like a two-part thing in my brain. But then also the cadence, like you typically hear cadence poets like that. I love how you sound like you were talking to whoever that message was for.
Mm,
I can't think of a better word, but the choppiness of it sounded like it was intentional. Like somebody,
absolutely.
yeah, I'm sure, like
Absolutely.
but it was so perfect because it's like when you're talking to whoever the message is for, that's how it is. That's how it really goes when you don't come with the script like, darling, I love you. This is how I like. No, like, that's how it really. It sounded so authentic. That's what I'm getting at. When I say whoever the message was for, my brain was going two ways as if it's like this is a boo thing that I'm cutting off and I'm not trying to recycle, which is real as fuck. Like you go through everybody who's a best friend of mine knows those people that I kept tapping back into, the exes that I would find myself trying to go back to. But am
Mm,
I having this conversation with that person, or am I talking to myself in the mirror
mm,
about that person, or am I talking about my past self?
mm.
That person who I used to be a decade ago, and trying not to play with that person anymore. Like, no, bro, I'm not there anymore. I'm not with you anymore. It could be those three things that you're delivering that message to, and it's so freaking real. I'm trying not to cuss. I want to say so fucking
Oh, I'm sorry,
real.
I wasn't supposed to cuss.
No, you
I'm
can.
so
I was trying not to, but that message.
It was there. Mind you, I'm sitting here, I'm telling it took me on a ride or a journey because I'm like, I've been there. I know this story. I've said this before. But the way that you put it into the words that I did not, I'm like, I should have said it.
Yeah.
That's how I felt because it's just kind of like we've been on this road. We've turned this page. We went back to the page. We went over it again. We didn't try to translate it into different words, and I'm still saying the same thing over and over. We need to
Mm-hmm.
because the thing is like I thank you. Thank you for saying it like that because it's like you ever hear a poem and someone say some fire like you're like damn like
Yeah.
why couldn't I write that like that's a compliment I like that is a compliment like so I've never experienced someone saying that about a poem that I read. I'm pretty sure like we've all been around like poets and they've done something and you just like dang like I wish I would have wrote that. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Absolutely. Like it honestly, as I was listening, it honestly made me think about first real relationship and how I was in it. Like, but also realizing in the parts of it of like where we needed to heal and what we needed to do to be better, but were we actually doing the things that required us to be better for each other?
Mm,
Yeah.
A matter of like, I say I'm doing the things to do better, but am I doing this thing because you told me to do it, or am I doing it because I find it beneficial for me to do these things in order to be a better person, not just quote unquote be better for you. You know?
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I try to, no matter how, because like writing is a dying art, right? In literature and books and even being a poet, but I still try to align ourselves with the people that came before us, the Maya Angelos, the Langston Hughes, the Simones, the Nia Simone, James Baldwin. And like Nia Simone, I think Nia Simone, she said it, but I'm saying Nia is Nina.
Nina.
Why are you correcting me?
I thought you said Nina at first, but I knew what you meant.
And one of the things, like, she has this quote, and I'm gonna send it to you guys, but she's like, an artist's duty is to reflect the times, right? And so putting the terminology in there, because like how we talked, offline about as far as like how we throw these terms out there, the narcissist, the gaslighter, the accountability, the red flags and stuff like that. It's like, okay, cool. Like, how do we talk about real life stuff and reflect it in our time period? And also, I think as an artist and as us as poets and writers, we have to align ourselves with the truth. And sometimes we are the villain in the story. But I mean, we may not be the villain.
Yeah.
But from the lens of storytelling and writing, you had to align yourself with the truth. So what wrong did you do in a situation? You have to give that vulnerability. You had to be honest. You had to be open. And if you're not, then I don't think your poetry is real. I'm sorry.
No, that's so real. That's so real because that has been a struggle for me. I'm thinking back to when Moni and I first published our first book, and the thought of it was so scary initially. So what happened was I wanted to publish a book, and the name Love Loud is so dope. So I was like, I need Moni. I need more poems, but I'm also scared. And then when I told her about it, she was like, "Oh yeah, let's go." And even though she was there, it made it more comfortable for me, but it was still scary. Like the whole world or whoever wants this book is going to have access to it.
Yeah.
And these are my real stories of things that I've encountered. Yeah, there are some twists, to make it rhyme or to add more to it or whatever, but this is me being vulnerable. And even this podcast, coming on here and talking about our life and what's going on and whatever the case may be, people know my business, and that's scary, but it's the life of a poet, right? And then the beautiful thing is, like Moni just shared with you, you think you're writing your story, but you're writing a story that many people can connect with. It's your song, it's your movie, but it's in a sense of poetry. And so many of us live the same damn lives with different people, maybe, or different, time periods or cities, wherever. But we're going through a lot of experiences, and God gives us these tools to be able to write it so that people could connect. And it's scary, but do it scared because you're helping somebody else and you're helping yourself too to release all that pain that you may have felt or anxiety or even love into the air to help yourself let it go and move forward.
I do have a question. Reading some of the poems in your first book, the time period that y'all wrote that, the stories were from when you guys were in college, right?
Some of it before.
Some of it before.
It was from before college, like just some of the writings that I had from, I think one of my poems when I was in high school.
Okay.
Like we really went through like the archives of the poems that we had already had compiled. Some of them wrote brand new poems just to make sure it fit the theme of the book that we wanted to create. And then that's how we ended up with our combo poems, the one that we collabed on.
Yeah.
Poem that's not done yet. Can you read it and then like add your piece to it?
Yeah.
Bet you send it over.
Or sometimes we would add without permission. Like, oh, that was so good. I added a line. Is that okay? Or I added my section. That actually
Come on,
sounds good.
co-writer.
Yeah.
But what I want to go off of that is like these stories that we share are timeless because like I see myself in y'all poems.
Yeah.
The relationship one in which you was talking to each other, and it felt like a therapy session amongst friends, right? But just like you had to relate to it. Like if you're not, I feel like exposing has such a negative connotation. I can't think of another word besides vulnerable, but that openness is what connects us.
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
so I I think in order to be a good poet, is not. I want to say good poet. I don't mean like you got 15 million followers on Instagram. I just mean being able to experience something and articulate it in a way that the masses and somebody else can be like, "Yo, I've been there," or "Damn, I feel that too," or "Thank you for sharing it with me because I feel less alone." Like if you don't, I think that's the true currency or joy of being a poet.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Yeah, it definitely takes a lot of courage to take that pencil to paper, that typing in your notes section. I think my favorite part of it too, though, is just like when the moment where I'm like, oh no, I gotta write this down. Like when I just have
Yeah,
when I got that rhyme or that line or like something happens, I'm like, oh no, I gotta
you
write that.
you got to. If you don't write it down, like you like, dang, what happened to that thought?
That
Like,
happens to me so many times. Like, fuck, I didn't text it to Moni or I didn't write it down. Dang it, what was the line again? No, it wasn't that.
I literally
Ugh.
have a notes section that has like one lines or like
all the
I'm like
time, all the
scroll up
time.
Yeah.
one
Because
line.
sooner or
I'm like,
later, something's going to come about it, you know?
mm-hmm,
Or it could just be like a blueprint to something even better.
exactly. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. But thank you for that piece. I just, yeah, you left us speechless. I can't wait to run it back and watch it again. You definitely left us speechless. But you always present such beautiful poetry in the way that you do it. It's such an intentional way, which what I
Yeah.
appreciate about your artistry very much. So.
Thank you. Also, I do the same thing that you do. As far as like when I'm hearing poetry, I close my eyes too because I want to be in it.
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't want to just like stare at you and watch you. I mean, yeah, I'm a part of the audience and seeing how you perform and whatnot. But sometimes it's much easier to just like silence everything, all of the senses, and try to picture myself in that moment. Like whether it's a movie or like I am the character in their. So
Yeah.
yeah, I like that technique too. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Naddi, as always, for coming on
Yes.
the carpet. You welcome anytime. You know what I'm saying? Just on the check-in, you gave us some fire poetry. We were able to talk about it, break it down, slice it up, get
Mm-hmm.
another taste. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, definitely beautiful moment. It's going to be a great episode to share with the people.
Woo.
Please leave your comments, your thoughts. Did you connect with the piece? Let us know in the comments. Let us know on YouTube. Let us know on the Instagram. Make sure you follow
Mm-hmm.
Naddi. Naddi, drop the IG for the people. Let them know where they can find you. TikTok.
So yeah. So I don't use TikTok like that all the time. Maybe that's not a millennial thing for me. But yeah, everybody can find me on Instagram. My name is Nadir, but I go by Naddi. So the Instagram handle is N as in Nancy, ADDI_ALI_. Naddi Ali.
Make sure y'all got that. If not, y'all know we're gonna put it in the description. So make sure y'all
Yes.
and follow. Periods. But yes, thank you for the
Thank
vibe.
you
Thank
so
you, John.
much for your time, for joining us. We love you so much.
I love y'all too. I can't wait to see it live.
I know.
All right, but without further ado, what we are going to do is go ahead and close out. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all know how we do. Go ahead and let the people get the closing line.
Y'all, thank y'all for listening. We'll be back in your ears in another 2 weeks. Stay black.
Stay proud. Yeah.